Good morning, everybody. This is Brian with River City Outdoors 85. I've got Mr. Hunter here on my right and Mr. Mason here on my left. So we have made it to the river this morning. As you can see, we've got Hunter's green and yellow ugly stick catfish rod that I custom painted last year over there. And Mason's purple and green ugly stick catfish rod that I custom painted last year right there. And we've got two of my big cat fever rods with the Pin Battle 3 6000 reels on them right here. We got everything baited up. We've had bait in the water about 10 minutes. Haven't had any bites yet, but we're going to sit it out for a while and see what happens. We decided not to cut up any chicken breast or anything for bait since we probably have enough of the cut up red ear sunfish from what we caught in the cast net last night. Where we are, this is the Morrow River, which is just outside of Jefferson City. This river runs out around all over through the country in the Jeff City area. Where we are now, as you can see, this is a boat ramp. This is the Highway 50 access to the Morrow River. And that is the bridge over Highway 50 going east and westbound. As you can see, there's a pickup going across the bridge. Going upriver that direction takes you toward the source of the river, which is where the North Morrow Creek and the South Morrow Creek come together to create the Morrow River. And going back down the river in that direction, just about 2 miles is where this river finds its confluence with the Missouri River. Right now, based on the water level here at the boat ramp, the river is approximately 3 feet low, and the current is still, about average for this river. We fish this river quite a bit, and we've caught a lot of fish out of this river. We caught a lot of fish in this spot. Primarily channel catfish, and we've caught some nice channel catfish here. As a matter of fact, we've caught more catfish between 5 and 8 pounds out of this spot than we have below 5 pounds. Mr. Hunter down there a couple years ago caught one that weighed 5 pounds and one that weighed 7 pounds in the same morning, less than 10 minutes apart, on cut bluegill. And Mr. Mason down there has caught some 2 and 3 pounders down here. I have caught flatheads, blue cats, and channel cats out here. Caught a nice big flathead out of here one time, and a very nice big blue cat out of here a couple springs ago when the river was up after all the rain and stuff. So this has been a good fishing spot. We've caught a lot of good keeping size channel cats out of here. Like I said, more channel cats than blues or flatheads. But we've caught a lot of channel cats out of this river. Good keeping size, good quality channel cats. Now, of course, like any other farm country river like this, with the tall, muddy banks and everything, this river does, of course, have a lot of turtles and gar and stuff like that in it. Being right now in the end of March, the turtles aren't going to be such a problem. Gar might still be a issue. So you never know. I've caught some pretty big gar out of this river. The biggest one I've caught out of this river was about 5.5 feet long. Of course, being connected to the Missouri River, that's not really a surprise either. But anyway, we are here. We have made it. We got bait in the water. This is the first time that we have been catfishing since the beginning of the year. The weather has been pretty erratic, going from warm to cold, back to warm again here as of lately. We right now it's a semi-chilly morning. It's supposed to get up to around 60 degrees today. It started out at like 30 this morning, but it's about 10:30 in the morning right now. We let it warm up a bit before we came out, so I don't know how we'll do or any of that, but we're gonna find out. For anyone who is curious, what I've got set up for the boys' rods is Mason has a Zebco 33 Max, and I actually just bought that reel last year, brand new. It's still got the factory 20-pound test line on it. It casts good and smooth with it on there though, so we're just going to run it until it's time to change it out. And then on Hunter's rod, this used to be my rod and reel, and I gave it to Hunter because he's had a lot of good luck catching fish with it, and that's why I bought, when Mason got big enough to have his own big catfish rod, I went ahead and bought him one and set that up for him last year. So I gave Hunter this one, and that's a Zebco Big Cat XT spin cast reel, which is basically a slightly beefed up 888. It has right now, that reel comes with 25-pound test from the factory. I did go down a size to 20-pound test, and right now it's got Berkley Big Game Solar Collector 20-pound test on it. So this rod and reel has caught a lot of fish though. Hunter's caught some really good fish with it, and so now it's his. We're gonna go over here, and like I said earlier, both these two rods of mine are Catch the Fever Big Cat Fever rods. These are 7.5 feet solid S-glass rods. Those are 7-foot ugly stick rods, so they are a graphite fiberglass composite. They're one-piece rods also. They are medium heavy power rods with a fast action, and these are medium heavy power rods with a fast action. They're just a half a foot longer and made out of S-glass instead of a composite. These are Pin Battle 3 6000 size spinning reels, as you can see there. And I'm running 25-pound Berkley Big Game Solar Collector monofilament on these. On both of these, they're set up identically. I've got a third one that's identical to this also, but I did not bring it today. Right now, I got a 2-ounce no-roll sinker on both of these rods, and about 12 to 14 inches of leader line with a size 1 barrel swivel. And I'm not running Santee rigs because we don't have much current here, and I figure with the water being colder, the catfish will probably be hanging closer to the bottom anyway. The leader, on the end of the leaders, I've got, and the leaders are also Berkley Big Game monofilaments. I've got 50-pound clear leaders on right now. And then those are, the hooks on both of these rods are 6/0 Gamakatsu Big Cat circle hooks. And on the boys' rods right now, they're both set up identically. They've got, they're also 1/0 barrel swivels and 12 to 14 inches of leader line. That's 50-pound clear Berkley Big Game monofilament also. And they have right now, those are, what's on both of these rods are the 5/0 Eagle Claw laser sharp. Those are Circle C laser sharp hooks, so they're stainless circle hooks, made for saltwater fishing. I've had really good luck with those hooks in saltwater and freshwater. I've got a ton of them because the last time I was in Gulf Shores, Alabama, I stopped at a bait and tackle shop and they had them on sale, so I bought a ton of them on sale because I've always had real good luck with those circle hooks. So They are a straight, not offset eye, whereas the gamakatsus on those two rods are offset eye hooks. But I do snell knots on all of them regardless. And I do have a video that I posted last year showing how to tie the power snell knot. So if anybody is interested in that, you could go back onto some of my other fishing related videos and find that video where I show you how to tie a power snell knot. I'll probably do an updated version of that video just particularly on that subject when I've got some time and I can have somebody hold the camera for me so I can, you know, do a little bit better video on that subject. But this is where we are and this is how we're set up. So now we just, as usual, play in the waiting game to see if we can catch anything this morning. We will be back to you with an update if we get any bites or catch anything, or if we don't, we'll be back with an update to let you know how everything went. So either way, we'll be back with you guys here shortly. Alright, I'm here with an update for you guys. As you can see, the boys are down there by the end of the boat ramp playing in the water and stuff. And we just got through putting fresh bait out into the water on all 4 rods. We have had a bite. Hunter had a really good bite. The fish was playing with it a bit and all that stuff, and then it finally bent it over really good, and he reeled down on it and had it hooked, but it got off about halfway to the bank. So that could have been a dang gar, because you know, they're not the easiest thing to hook sometimes, even with circle hooks. So we don't know though. We never did get a look at it, but he definitely had him on there for about half of the trip back to the bank. And so maybe we'll get lucky and actually catch something this morning. We'll see. I just got through washing my hands off in the river after hailing bait, and it's the second time I've done it, and it's been miserable both times. Because this water is still pretty chilly. And here is Mr. Mason come back up here, and Hunter's coming back up here. So we're gonna stick it out a little longer, see if we can get some more bites and actually get one on the bank for you guys. It's a good morning. As you can see, it's a real nice pretty morning this morning. It's about right now 46 degrees last I checked. So you know, it's still jacket weather and such, but you know, we wanted to give it a try, see if we'd have any luck this morning, because you know, typically this time of year catfish are moving up into shallower waters because the shallower water warms up faster than the deep water does. So I figured this river isn't super deep anyway. I've kayaked from here at the boat ramp almost all the way to the Missouri. I'm going to be doing that later this summer. But when I did it last year, down river from here, down that way, there is a set of bridges. One is a road bridge that, you know, regular automobiles can go over, and the other one's a railroad bridge. They're probably 50 yards apart. And when you get down around them bridges, the water gets like 16 to 18 feet. But most of this river channel from up past the bridge from here up to those next bridges down there, most of this river channel is 8 to 10 feet deep on the average. You hit some holes here and there that are, you know, 12 to 15 feet, but most of it runs on the average about 8 to 10 feet in this area of the river. Now upriver, up by there's a gravel road off of Highway 54 called Buffalo Road, and it takes you to the Honey Creek access to this same river, and there's a little boat ramp there, and we've kayaked through that stretch of the river also, and most of it is like 4 to 7 feet deep. So this area of the river down here is just a little deeper on average, but it's still, you know, not a super deep river. And I figured since it's, you know, every bit of 3 feet low right now, we might have at least some channel cats moved up in here to feed in this shallower water, since that shallower water is going to warm up a little faster. Now this cool spell that we have encountered again here recently, and by what I mean by that is Thursday it was like 90 degrees, and then yesterday it was only like 60 degrees, and it got down to 30 degrees overnight last night. So that's what I mean by how our weather's been fluctuating a lot here lately. But I thought, you know, we'll give it a try this morning and see what happens, and kind of go from there. But this is our start edit for the new year, and we'll be doing a lot more of it from the banks and the kayaks and everything else as the year progresses and the weather warms up. So I just wanted to give you guys an update, and we'll be back with you shortly. Alright, I'm back here with another update for you. We have gotten a few more bites, and over here recently on the two big cat fever rods, we nearly caught something, but it got the bait off without getting hooked, and I have a feeling it might have been a gar, but Hunter doesn't think it was a gar because he was the one trying to reel it in. So we'll never know because we didn't catch it. So either way, we have been getting some more bites off and on, and we just got through putting another round of fresh bait on, and we're gonna give it another 20 minutes or a half hour, see if we can get another bite, maybe catch at least one before we head out for the rest of the day. We've been having a fun morning. The boys been playing with the rocks and the sticks and all that while keeping an eye on our fishing poles, so we'll see what happens. Just thought I'd give you guys a update on where we're at so far and the action that we have been getting. At least we have been getting bites. It's better than sitting here getting no bites, because I don't know about the rest of you, but I'd rather catch a gar or something as opposed to nothing, or at least get bites. So we have managed to do that so far. Maybe we'll get lucky enough to catch at least one fish, so you guys can see that too before we get done for the day. But I'll be back with you guys here in a bit, probably when we're ready to wrap it up and head home. So we will see you shortly. Alright guys, I'm back with you for the last time for this catfishing video. We are gonna reel everything in and get everything wrapped up and head home and put everything away. We did get a couple more bites since my last update on the big cat fever rod on the right there, but we did not get that fish hooked either. So I do kind of think it's maybe gar, because they're ripping and tearing at the bait, but they're not getting the bait in their mouth from the looks of the bait when I've reeled it in. So, but every time we've put fresh bait in the water, within 15 or 20 minutes we've gotten bites, but we just haven't managed to catch anything, and I have a feeling it's probably gar. So we're gonna pull everything up, wrap it up, and head home here pretty quick. And sorry we didn't get anything to show you guys on video as far as fish getting caught, but we have had a good time, and we're gonna wrap it up and get on with the rest of our day. We'll probably do a cooking video for dinner tonight that we'll post at another part in the night, later tonight or tomorrow or something like that. So we'll see you in another video soon, and everybody have a great Saturday here at River City Outdoors 85 on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram.